welcome back to The Buzz. I'm Baylie Barnes. Today I'm with Brian Bidwell from Wild Birds Unlimited. Brian, thank you for being here today.
It's a pleasure to be here. Glad to be here. Thank you for having me.
So tell me about Wild Birds Unlimited. What do you guys do? What are you about?
Well, Wild Birds Unlimited, we bring people and nature together. And what that entails is we help people with their backyard bird feeding. And it's not as easy as just slapping up a bird feeder and putting some seed in it and then having the birds come around. You gotta be very cognizant of what you're doing and how to best take care of the birds and have the most enjoyable time for you and your family while you're out there. So we help everybody figure out what they need to do.
And then do different birds eat different seed, or how does that work?
They do. They do. We actually regionally blend our seed to the birds in our area. And at different times during the year, we'll have different migrations that happen, and then we help our customers and people that love nature coming in and to get the best of the migrating birds coming through. And by the way, our customers are just fantastic. They are so knowledgeable about what birds are in their yard, and they help us to help everybody else by letting us know their experiences in their backyard and what's working for them, and we share that with everybody else.
And then do you guys keep track of what birds are around then?
We absolutely do. We absolutely do. There's great citizen science that's available through a lot of different venues, but specifically Cornell Lab of Ornithology has a website called eBird that we can go to, and each citizen can go in and actually document the birds that are in their backyard. So I can actually go in there, look at a graph, and tell you that last year at this time you had this bird in your yard or in your area.
Oh,
and
wow.
if you want to track that bird, this is what you should be doing.
Very cool. So how big is the bird crowd in Jacksonville?
It is pretty large. It's pretty large, but overall the actual bird business worldwide is over $1 billion business. So
oh, wow.
People probably think, yeah, it's, bird feeder, my mom and dad did it, but I'm not so into it. But I tell you what, when you actually look into nature and see what's out there and look deep into the woods, a lot of that wildlife that's out there you can enjoy right there at your backyard. When I get up in the morning and have my cup of coffee, I'm looking out at my bird feeders and seeing a wonderful array of birds. Like this morning, I probably saw 12 different birds at my feeders.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So then how did you get started with the Wild Birds Unlimited?
Well, we've been feeding birds for a long time. My wife Jolene brought it into the home. She came in and one day she said, "I need you to set up this bird feeding feeder platform out there." And I said, "Well, when I get done with my work out here, I'll have it done." And she came back 5 minutes later and she says, "Don't worry about it, I got it up." From that time forward, we basically just started really enjoying the birds and really finding out. But we both had different jobs, and we just loved the store and loved the experience. And when it became available, we jumped on it.
So then it's a franchise around the country, or?
It is. It's a franchise. They have over 300 stores countrywide, and just wonderful people too. We just got back from a meeting out in Portland with all the owners out there, and learning about the latest and greatest, and taking care of the birds, and just absolutely love the business.
Great. So then what can a person expect when they walk into your store? What kind of service, what kind of things do you offer?
Well, first thing you're going to expect is we're gonna greet you. We're always, everybody's happy. I mean, it's a place it's hard to explain, but when you come in, we'll say hello to you. We'll let you mingle around. We'll answer any of your questions. But we have 3 or 4 sales associates at any time on weekends, and during the weekdays we have a couple of them out there because we're obviously slower, but they can take care of you. And like I said, it's more than just going out and filling a bird feeder up. It's what's happening in your yard. Do you want to deter the squirrels from going out? Do you have raccoons that can get into it? Do you have other variables that play into it that you want to make sure that you're taking care of? Do you want to get the best bang for your buck when you, like I said, when you wake up in the morning and having that morning cup of coffee? Do you want to look out and enjoy the birds out there? Or at night, when you get home after a hard day's work, you want to look out from your best vista and be able to see the birds You
So
know?
then you guys also help with like raccoon issues and things like that too?
We do,
Or?
we do, we do. There's a lot of different things that can play in because you're putting food out there for wildlife. So we can do a good job in defeating the squirrels and the raccoons. But we can also, I mean, with the squirrels, we actually feed the squirrels also. So we have squirrel-proof feeders. We have squirrel-proof and raccoon-proof systems that we put up that are pole systems that are just fantastic. And the sky's the limit. We can start out with a very basic system and just add on little bits and pieces over the years, and just to make it more enjoyable for each person that's out there enjoying the birds. Because like you said, you can start out very simple, but later on you may want to get in and say, I want to attract a painted bunny to my yard in April as they're making their migration through, or I want to, if they happen to be in my backyard in August, I want to make sure that I have the right food for them back there. I'll help you to make sure that you get the best enjoyment out of all the birds coming to your yard.
Very cool. So then you're talking about the future growth of like residents in their homes, but what about your company? What are your plans for future growth with you guys, or events, or anything like that?
Well, we plan on doing different events. I mean, we try to get very close to the Duval Audubon Society, and we also work with several raptor areas, like the down in Maitland, the Florida the Audubon Society for Raptors. I didn't say that right, by the way. But we work with an Eagle Watch program every year. But what I would like to do is start having some programs where I'm bringing raptors in, and people can come in and see them and learn about them. You know, educational. But I would have to do that during the months. It'd have to be outside. We have a pretty small shop, and
so then where are you guys located?
We're out in we're in Jacksonville Beach. We're at the Southeast Regional Shopping Center, which is between Trader Joe's and Staples out there.
Oh, cool.
So we're right smack in the middle of it, just off of JTB.
Brian, thank you so much for coming in today. We really enjoyed listening to you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
All right, and thank you so much for watching at home. We'll see you next time on The Buzz.